Alright, so I'll start off with this game. Um, Flash, Exhaust, it's fine. You can go Flash Ignite. Whenever I play Yasuo or any assassin, really, I pretty much always take Exhaust on support. Um, you follow your team into jungle, that's good. Yeah, so this whole fiesta is kind of crazy. After you hit this, I walk up and auto attack this guy. This guy's already gone. If anybody's gonna get him, it's not gonna be you. You've used your everything you can use here. Just auto whoever's right in front of you.
Let me show you what it is to fall.
Yeah, just like you do. That's good. He does, the challenger flash. And then everybody sticks around. This isn't all your fault because your team stays. I don't remember if you die here or not, but after this kill, I'm just walking out. Your jungler should walk out. You should walk out. Everybody here should just walk out. They're gonna make you come deeper to fight, and then the other guy in the game is, probably walking towards you at this point. I'm just, you get the kill, and that's good. Just take that, and, take what you can get off of that. Well, you're the one leading the charge up here. Yeah, and then, after you miss this, the team has no potential to do anything here. It looks like they want to, like, sit in this bush and try to get people to come out, but I don't like that either. I mean, it's better than standing up and trying to fight. You can see, because you can't fight here, right? She gets this. Even if you snare him, you probably don't kill him because he just flashes over the wall, or he just walks around. And at this point, you're just wasting a lot of time. This is a dangerous move, and there's not much to gain anymore. I think someone would die here. And then you keep going. Like at this point, even if you back off, you have to go to lane with half health, which is gonna suck because Lux is gonna come back. Well, she didn't go back either, but she should have gone back and should come back to lane with full health. Because this is great to get your team a lead right at the beginning of the game, but it's not gonna transition to anything in lane, right? Unless you guys can back. You could get some extra potions or a control ward or whatever. You can get whatever it is that you get off the assist gold. But instead you're gonna go to lane with half health. Your jungler dies, which is tragic. That's exactly the opposite of what you want to happen here. And then you kind of step up, hoping you can get this guy. And I mean, he has 25 health, so it's unlucky for you. But I mean, he shouldn't be here anyway. I don't think there will ever be a time where you should be between 3 of your teammates and 3 enemies. And then you have to flash, and then you step back up anyway. I mean, this is like all this stuff is sucks, and but you'll obviously as you get kind of back into the game, you'll learn to not walk up like that, not to walk up in that situation. But the bigger picture is that you need to not have been here anyway. After you get the kill on Yasuo, just take it and leave. You're not gonna stay here and take blue because their team's gonna respawn and they're gonna collapse on you, and your top laner is gonna miss minions and your mid laner is gonna miss minions and you guys are gonna miss XP. So just take the kill here and back off. And especially after your jungler dies over here, it's done. There's nothing you can do. You can't take this because their jungler will just come by and smite it. There's nothing you can do in this situation. The minions are already hitting. You don't get anything, even if you kill these guys. It's, 2 minutes into the game. It's not gonna make a big difference. I don't know if so they end up getting you anyway, which sucks. Like, everything that happens after that is unfortunate, but that's not the mistake, right? The mistake is just not walking away when you already got the advantage. Your whole team did it, right? It's not just you. Your whole team stays up here and tries to be greedy. But after you get Yasuo, you should just walk back down this way. If you're gonna go back and buy potions or a ward or whatever, do that. Otherwise, just come down to lane. At that point, minions were close to being spawned. You come back to your red and guard jungle. If people flame you for it, just ignore them. It's not gonna make or break the game to stay and get extra 2 kills. Even if you ace the enemy team it's not that big of a deal. And so now both of you guys are late coming to lane. You'll end up with full health, and they'll have mostly full health. I don't know if anybody bought. So you did. It looks like you got your second gold item, which is good. But you could have got this. You could have just backed right off and got this, right? I think so. Well, you might have to like wait for gold or something. But either way, you could have got more items without dying. And then you died, and this guy's gonna back. He's gonna have a ton of gold the first time he backs because he's got 600 from kills and another however much from the assist. And he's gonna be ahead of your ADC once everybody gets back to lane. I mean, he's ahead right now because Quinn didn't buy anything. And he's got levels. Level 2. That's fine. This happened a lot in the other game where you'll step up to do the Q and the other person will shoot their skill shot. You have to be ready for that. Like, this guy's never gonna let you just get in his face. So you have to be thinking the Q's gonna come out. He's gonna try to root you. So just be ready to sidestep it. Come up. So what you can do is instead of just coming straight at him and Qing him, you can path this way and kind of move up towards the minion wave and Q like sideways as you're walking, and then that way, you expect him to kind of cue you as you throw it into the bush, so you can walk back and forth sideways. It's easier to dodge. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, cause does that hit you? Oh, I guess you walked a little bit towards it, but yeah. I mean, this is unfortunate, and you can avoid all of this damage that's about to happen to you if you expect her to want to cue you, to snare you there. And then your ADC E's the wrong thing, and that happens everywhere though. The other game you had teleport, ignite, Ashe, so after you throw out that Q, these guys are not afraid of you at all. There's nothing you can do. You can auto attack for probably less than 50 damage in auto. So you throw a lot of Qs, which is fine. It'll take practice to just hit more of them. Like, missing them is not that big of a problem. That will come with practice. But you just have to realize that in this position, now they're not afraid of you, right? They're not gonna dive you level 2. It's not a big deal. The jungler's not gonna come dive you at level 3. But nobody is afraid of you right now, and you kind of have to stand back here, right? You can't step up into the minions because they're not afraid of you. And they'll just poke you down under tower because that's what Lux and Jhin do. That's fine. Again, you just have to pay attention. You have to know that everybody in the game is looking to kill people as much as you're looking to kill people. And when you walk up into this guy's face, Unless he's auto-attacking a minion, he's gonna auto-attack you, and you're gonna take that damage. Again, you throw your Q, so now you kind of are stuck back here, and nobody's afraid of you. So this is the kind of play that looks alright because you end up coming out on top, but you throw out the Q, nobody's afraid of you. Lux is going to step into what would be your Q range. If you have Q here, she doesn't step up here, or you hit her and chunk her, right? Especially now, she's getting pretty close to tower range. She stops, I don't know if that's in tower range or not, but if you had Q and you throw the Q out here, she pays a huge price for stepping up here in front of her ADC. Quinn's gonna E her, auto attack her, Q, you know, do her whole damage combo, and you probably don't kill her if she's not in tower range, if she doesn't draw tower aggro, but you definitely are forcing her to back. I don't know if she has potions. Yeah, she has a couple potions, so she'll probably stick around with like half health. But instead, you just get Q'd and you eat a lot of damage. And their guy makes a moronic play. And so it looks like it's okay because it comes out on like you come out on top. But instead, you could, if you had Q here, right, if you held on to that instead of kind of throwing it out all the time, you Q Lux here, or she doesn't step up at all, your ADC just farms, and you know, you get a situation where you're in a position to make a play for anything that might be on the map. You know, Yi's not going to come down anytime soon, Dragon's not going to spawn, but that doesn't mean you can't get anything, right? If you Q her here, and you guys get damage off, and then you can come ward up here, or you can come ward in the river, but, and now you have to back, you're going to miss XP. This is good, because she's obviously going to be looking to try to snipe you from far away. Boots here before you get anything else is good. It'll help you dodge skill shots, helps you get back to lane faster. Early boots is kind of always good in my opinion. Okay, so you see Lux is back. I mean, Jhin is back. You come up here a ward, that's good. Lux tries to get you guys. And the same thing, so the same thing goes for Lux. Like, after this happens, right, she's gonna throw her Q out at you, and you walk up here because you're not afraid of her at all, right? If she didn't do that, hopefully you're not gonna walk right in front of your minions, right in front of her, right? She just Q, she just, you know, she's a level ahead of you, she'd Q you, W herself, and EU for a ton of damage, and Jhin would step up. But now, she doesn't have her Q, you can step up and do whatever you want. You can walk into this bush if you want. What are they gonna do? I mean, he's gonna hit you with an auto, maybe two. See, you walk up into this bush. If you had your Q, she doesn't step back at you. You can stay in this bush, right? And you can auto attack her from the bush, or you can force them to waste a ward down here. Or you can step back out of the bush and you can Q him, because he's, you know, he's being kind of crazy this game too. I don't know if he meant to like walk into that guy, but generally don't need to be that close. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Moving on. die here, but I would argue this is better than the last one. So he tossed out the Q here, which is good, right? He's being an idiot, and you know, this time you didn't hit it, but next time or the time after, with practice, you're gonna hit this, and this guy is gonna be punished for playing like a moron, right? You miss it, but that's not a big deal. That will come, right? And you hit this guy, and so now you're kind of like, okay, do I go on these people? Do I not go on these people? Quinn is kind of back here, and then they kind of just burst you. I mean, after you get her and you kind of step up here, there's nothing you can do. Quinn tries to help you out, but you know, you had little chance of living in that situation. I don't know why she just healed, but I hope it was an accident. Here you just have to walk back to lane. The walk of shame. Quinn's trying to do stuff, I guess. And now you're kind of screwed because your ADC has to back. So here, you know, you could come up. You can't really roam because your guy's pushing mid. You have a ward here. You can kind of walk up here and throw a ward. Like walk right here and throw a ward on the other side here. Somebody already warded Dragon. Probably just laying down some Qs. They're going to push some Ws. They're going to push this wave in. And it's going to hit tower before Quinn gets back anyway. Yeah, so that's good. What you do there is good. I would have done the same thing. And then you just sit here and farm. The wave's still pushing at you. I'm probably leaving it at this point and just last hit anything. Yeah, just like you do. And then Quinn can come and clean up whatever's left. At this point where you know they're not here, or I guess you see her now, but you kind of walk into this bush. Before you go up here, I would ward up here. You should be warding all the time. Oh, I guess you don't have a ward. Alright. That's fine then. Jeez.
Everyone is watching.
So you get him there, you lay down the W, and you walk away. That's about all you can do. You shielded. I mean, you can't control whether or not your ADC goes in or does any of that. He probably should have just thrown out the bird and got a little extra damage off on him. See, so you didn't have a ward, but if you did have a ward and you would have come up here and warded here, you'd see Lux coming up here. I don't know if this guy comes all the way through, but you'd see him come down. Yeah, he didn't come down, so you wouldn't have seen him, but you would have saw Lux go up. You could ping this guy, who, if he stayed, he would have died. And you just wait a tower, because that's all you can do. You can't push up here without any wards. Yee's asking for help. Oh man, sorry. I just step up here and try to help him with a Q or a spell shield or something. You're not gonna kill Nocturne when he's so low. Don't bother trying to fight this guy. I mean, he only has pickaxe and crit cloak, but I mean, he's gonna out damage you every time. He's got higher level He's got minions. I mean, just W the wave and let him hit tower.
Let me show you what it is to
That's good. You know, you see your guy come in, he's gonna try to get him. You root him. Yeah, do what you can there. You know Nocturne's here, so you guys have to play back. In general, you should not stand on, like, in this area. If they walk up, or if they're, like, pushing you in or something, you can only move this way, right? You can't, like, dodge side to side. So it's super easy to hit skill shots here. You're always better walking on this side, or even, like, in this area, if it's not too much of a threat. I don't know if you have a ward again or not, but... Oh, I think this is your ward. It's not the ideal place, I'm sure you know. And you walk up and try to save the dragon. Just let it go. If your jungler's not down here, I don't know if you saw Nocturne or not, but you should assume that Lux isn't soloing the dragon, and your jungler is top. You're never gonna get it. You can, like, sit on the side over here if you don't know, like, if you thought that this wasn't warded, you could sit up here and try to Q it for the low percentage steal. But yeah, just let it go. One dragon at this point is not gonna do that much. You're sitting around for a while here. I don't know what happened, but if you're I don't know if you're waiting for gold or something. If you're typing, just don't. Nothing good will ever come from anything you say, and nobody will ever listen to you. That's good. When you hit that, this guy should have turned around and just attacked this guy. Because, so let's say he did that. Wow, Nocturne just, like, was gonna let him die. It's kind of funny. So you hit that, if he turns around on this guy, then this guy either just lets him die, right, and you guys get the kill, or he comes back and tries to fight, and you can get both kills. But instead, you get none, because this guy chases, even though you're in no position to help him get this guy. So what you do here is fine, you just auto-attack that guy, and kite him out. You kind of left your guy to die here, which is just funny. And then he dies anyway. Yeah, just push the wave. That's fine. The wave's gonna push the tower anyway. Clearing the woods is good. Just get hit by that. See, this is better, again, even though you died, this is way better than some of the other ones. So you don't know that Jhin is there. You should be expecting him. I would expect him to be there, or close, or somebody to be there. But so you get this, and that's good. Again, you should expect when she's in trouble, when somebody is up on her. I mean, you're pretty far back, but you should expect her to Q and E and try to combo you whenever she can, right? So like as this guy goes up, you should expect this to come out, and as soon as it comes out, you know, try to sidestep it, or even just if walking backward feels more natural, that's better. But either way, this is fine. I mean, maybe you should have spell shielded him before he got up there. I don't think it makes a difference in this situation. But yeah, so you get hit by this, but you make a play, like you hit the Q in a situation where you can get something out of it, right? So you try to get something out of it, and you guys just are too far behind. Lux is too big, and so you didn't have a chance. And that's unfortunate, but it's better to throw out a Q when you can get something out of it, when somebody can follow up, than it is to just throw them out just because. And this pretty much just goes on the whole time. Yeah, and right, so now you can't do anything. You can't even step up the tower because they're so far ahead and they have so much range. It's okay to back and just lose tower here. I mean, they're gonna get it anyway, right? They're not gonna. You're not gonna defend the tower 2 levels down. They'll get it whenever they push the wave up. Queen is trying to save the day. It's not gonna happen. This is fine, where you path up through the jungle. I would put some wards down as you do that. I assume you didn't mean to walk into tower and flash. And then you get kind of screwed, but I mean, again, I assume you didn't mean to walk up here and then flash. I don't know, maybe you did. Maybe you're inting. I'm probably not walking top here because Dragon's up. I would, and there's no ward on it. Urgot is here. This is a position where you can make a difference, right? If you step up with Yi and you hit some abilities and get some crowd control on the guy. Otherwise, I still think it's a better play to come down here ward jungle. But this isn't like the end of the world. And you end up not making any time anyway. After you hear that they get Rift Herald, like you see this thing on the chat that pops up that says they got Rift, and you hear the sound, you should just assume that they're coming up for this guy. Or you should at least wait until they show down here. Which they don't, because they're not going that way, but you both die, unfortunately. Your build here is fine.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
If I'm you, I don't really know what boots to build, because they have Yasuo is doing good, and like all this, but then Lux is huge. I'd probably go Ninja Tabby in this game because I would feel like I could avoid Lux, but it doesn't matter. I think you go Moby Boots anyway, which is that was good. I don't know if he stepped in front of the wind wall so that you could get the snare, or if that was what happened there, but you got it before. So he was just late. But yeah, that was good. Where you snare him. You don't really need to walk up past the wall to auto him. You can walk over here on this side if you want, but your autos are not going to be the... he's going to die or not die. And it's not going to have anything to do with your auto attacks. So yeah, that's fine when you just try to help the guy and then you back off. You should be doing that way more often, where you kind of just come up, Q the guy, W, and then walk away. Your teammates will do the damage part. You should generally be shielding people and queuing the other people. should back here, yeah.
Shut down.
Yeah, you're building Zonias, so that's fine. So you don't have any wards in your jungle, and they have a lot of wards. You should, at the very least, you should step up here and put a ward. Step up here and put a ward. You know, if I'm you, I'm probably putting one here, walking down here. Because at this point, you know, you should be pretty scared of them. I'm pretty sure everybody on their team can 1v1 you. So you don't want to get caught. But you feel pretty safe here, right? Yi's all the way up in the river and nobody's attacking him. This guy's pushing up and he's more valuable than you. You're probably alright. I think they just cleared the minion wave too. You're alright stepping in here and putting a ward and stepping over here and putting a ward.
The earth reflects your torment.
I mean, once this hits tower, it's fine to just clear it, but you definitely need more wards. Get his flash, just let him be an idiot. I've literally never seen that somebody use Rift Herald, like, to defend tower. This is good where you stay back. There's nothing you can do up here, right? Nobody, I mean, somebody should be attacking this, like Quinn. I don't know why everybody's so afraid of Jhin. You know, this guy's dying up here. Lux just cleared a wave bot, so Nocturne's the only one you don't know about. You just saw him leave. So even if you assume he's around, there's 3 of you. You can probably, you know, you can probably at least attack the Rift Herald.
Red team double kill.
And then that guy gets unlucky. Yeah, kill both of them.
You thought my magic.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
This is fine. I would just be throwing down wards. Anytime you walk through the jungle, just put wards anywhere.
Need eyes on
A horrible ward is way better than no ward. You literally, once you have this, where they recharge every time you go back to base, you cannot waste wards. Every ward is not a wasted ward. This is good. What you do here is exactly how you should be playing every fight. You should queue somebody, and once you're at level 10, you probably have good enough CD. Yeah, so you have 10, maybe you have some from runes. I don't know how to see. Yeah, so you have 35% CDR. So this is like a 5-second cooldown right now. Every time you Q, you should Q, W, and then back off. And, you know, all the while you should be looking to shield people like you did you. This is how you should play pretty much every single fight outside of lane, is Q people and W them. If you can W safely, and if you can't, then just walk away. And if you can, do it and then just walk away. There's nothing, you don't add anything up here. Now you guys are pushing, Dragon's not up, can't really do Baron. You're gonna try to tank tower, I guess, which is fine. This is scary. Without any vision, yeah, I'm not ever stepping up that far without vision, and my team just leaves me. Going here is good. Dragon is up. Hopefully somebody clears that. You should be warding too. You have one more ward to place, and if you place it, your warding score at this point in the game is pretty good. As you keep going, oh, I forgot to mention, once you get this, once you get like the rechargeable warding thing, you need to dump your trinket for the red one, for whatever it is, like sweeping lens, I think it's called. Nobody has it, but you can clear like this ward, you can clear these wards. It'll show you if people are in, like it'll give you an outline of people if you can't see them. And now you guys, oh wait, did you get dragon? Yeah, you already got dragon. So there's not much to be gained here anymore. You guys should probably kind of come through jungle and back mid, but you're just following your team here, which is better than trying to solo anything. Now it looks like they're gonna try to like do Baron, bait you guys or something. And then Yi dies. Insurance. After Yi dies, there's no reason to walk up there. If they want to do Baron, they'll do it. Also, if the guy with 724 movement speed zooms past you in the other direction, it's probably safe to say you should also go that way. And then everybody dies here. After everybody else dying, doesn't matter, but like if you don't step up there and you're back here and you wait as they come down through here, you can Q them and stop the push. Should see tower is going down here. At least stay off to the side. You can try to like damage them or something, but then you just get jumped on. Once you get jumped on, it's over. As in there's nothing you can do. Not that the game is over. Yeah, boots of mobility at 25 minutes is not super useful. If you can get boots of mobility at like 10 to 15 minutes, that's not bad, because then you can kind of come mid, you can move around the map to ward stuff, you can roam. Generally, I would just go defensive boots, especially given that you seem to have a tendency to kind of step into the fight as opposed to sort of skirting the outside of the fights. In this game I'm probably going Ninja Tabby because they have 4 AD champions. You guys are walking to Baron. You should be ready to throw down some wards out here. Like, yeah, this is good. I mean, obviously somebody's gonna clear something. But what you do here is mostly correct, right? So you hit this. After you hit this, just let your team do it, right? Which is what you do here. You let your team do everything. Now, just kind of hang back here. You know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to knock all of you up and ult you and, you know, get a ton of damage. Which he almost did. Somebody saved everybody from it. And plus Lux is waiting for you guys to line up so she can ult too, right? that kind of sucked. Silas, I don't know if he's just not fed enough. Oh, he's 1-5. So I see you're like trying to come help him. You guys are obviously not gonna finish Baron at this point. And you get kind of dumped on. You could avoid that by standing back further. I don't know if you tried to ult or something. Yeah, I mean, if I'm you, maybe, I'm probably not even going to try to help him. As he goes around, maybe I'll stand here and throw a Q and a W. If I am going to try to help him, maybe I walk over here and throw a Q and give him a shield, but it's a dumb hill to die on, and he is choosing to die on it. And now you guys have to stop Baron, because it's only the two of you.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
This is fine. I would also go towards bot because dragon is coming up. A third dragon kind of gives you guys a pretty good advantage over their ward. These wards are good. So you were playing that fight pretty good, and then the guy just comes, not gonna say out of nowhere, but so like he W's right here, he W's, so you know he's somewhere along here. You expect him to come down, or I hope you expect him to come down, and then you got rooted, so at this point there's nothing you can do. He got you. It was a good play by him. Well, I mean, he was going to hit somebody anyway, but it just happened to be you. But the rest of that was good. You know, you Q, you W, you shield, and you just stay back. Right? You just stay back and live. If they dive on you, that's a good chance to ult. If your whole team jumps in there and they're all focused on other people, you can like walk in and ult, or flash in and ult. But in general, I try to save my ult for when you can safely get around a lot of people, and that usually means that they're getting around you, not that you got around them. And at this point, you just have to clear stuff, and the game's kind of over. They do there. The game should be over, I guess. Do you guys win? I guess it looks like you do win. That's sort of miraculous. Yeah, I mean, just Q somebody who steps into your face. This is pretty good. Sometimes you still get too close, but not ever in danger of dying. So I guess you guys just win here. Yep, there you go. This game was much better than the other one, but pretty much 100% because of warding.